Hi guys, this is a video for my fellow visually impaired adults out there. So this is for other young adults that are visually impaired that want to move out or is already moving out. So, one of my Facebook friends is visually impaired as well, and he lives in a group home, and he's been wanting to move out, and his staff kept telling him you can't move out because you can't see, you have seizures, and you know what? That's wrong. Because lots of blind and visually impaired folks live on their own. Just like everyone else. And there are able-bodied people that live at home with their parents. There are able-bodied people that live on their own. We're normal people. Just like there are visually impaired people that live on their own. There are visually impaired people that still live at home. So, if you guys are planning to move out, you got to be sure that you have really good orientation and mobility skills. You got to be able to get around by yourself independently using a white cane or a guide dog. Because if you're living on your own and your mobility skills are weak, that's going to be an issue. Because no one's going to be around to drive you everywhere or to guide you everywhere. So you need to be independent. You need to be able to get around independently. You got to be able to manage your money. You got to be able to cook for yourself. You got to know how to clean. All these important adulting stuff. And most of the skills apply to able-bodied people too. But especially for visually impaired people, I stress the importance of orientation and mobility skills. You need to have that straight first before you choose to move out. A dash driver told me once that he told me that if I were his kid and he wouldn't let me move out because I'm visually impaired, and it's a wrong way of thinking. And you're saying that visually impaired people are not capable of living on their own because they can't see or they're visually impaired, and it's not right. It's ableist. Trust me, there are able-bodied people that can't handle moving out on their own, and they're fully functioning human beings. And I find that able-bodied people are overestimated and disabled people are underestimated. And unfortunately, we live in this society. So if you guys have orientation mobility training, please keep up with that. And please practice your routes that you learned from your O&M instructor. You have to have really good orientation and mobility skills, especially when you're taking the bus by yourself or when you're going to university. Because when you enter the adult world, you are expected to function just like any other adult. The exception that I would make is if you were severely mentally impaired or you have limited mental capacity. That's a different story. Adulthood ain't easy, especially when you have a disability. It's gonna be hard for you guys to find a job because the workforce ain't gonna be accommodating. And please check out one of my videos where I explain about employment issues of people with disabilities. And if you live in a group home and you're visually impaired and you're fully functioning, I just think that your staff aren't they don't know any visually impaired people that live on their own, and I think it's up to them to educate themselves about it. Like, we're not walking encyclopedias, so please don't treat us like walking encyclopedias. Don't do that. There's freaking Google. Google it yourself, or watch, or, you know, or meet other visually impaired people that already live on their own. So you guys, I'll see you guys back for another video. Bye.